and we visited, I believe, 8 yesterday, and today it's
in Vermont.
6 or 7, yes.
Very busy. Well, thank you for making time for us here in Winooski.
Very pleased to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
And you have some guests with you?
Yes, this is Governor Madame Vanessa.
It is nice to meet you. Welcome.
Such a privilege to serve the people of Vermont as your governor, and should your representatives want me for something else, I'll definitely consider it.
Thank you. And welcome.
Mrs. Vanessa.
Okay.
Very nice to meet you.
Well, we're so pleased to have you here.
So today we are very excited to be able to welcome to Winooski the Marquis de Lafayette, who was a key general in the United States securing the freedoms that we know today. Exactly. My name is Thomas Renner. I'm the Deputy Mayor of Winooski, and I'd like to thank you all so very much for being here today to welcome our guest, the Marquis de Lafayette. The Marquis was a strong supporter of human rights, especially religious freedom, equality for women, as well as an abolitionist. So he was way ahead of his time, even back then, way ahead of his time today as well, I think, for a lot of folks. And 200 years ago, on this day, he visited Burlington, so we're so thankful to have him back here. So if everybody could give him a big round of applause. I am also honored today to be joined here by my colleague, the Mayor of Winooski, Christine Lott, as well as Lise Varanu, the Honorary Consul of France. So thank you so much for being here with us. Christine, I will give you the mic.
Well, on behalf of the City of Winooski, I want to formally welcome you to our town, and thank you so much for taking the time to stop by on your visit. Your contributions to our history are so valuable. So as the Deputy Mayor was alluding to, so very aligned with our values today still. And we're especially grateful to have you here on the day that we celebrate French heritage, as that's a big part of Winooski's history and background. And to have someone of your stature come join us in that celebration is so wonderful. I hope everyone here gets a chance to hear from you and to appreciate the important contributions you've made to our history that have carried through to the United States today. So thank you very much, and I will pass it to Lise.
Merci, Madame Lott. Monsieur Lafayette, on behalf of the Mayor of Winooski, Madame Lott, and myself as Honorary Consul of the Republic of France, we wish to greet you upon your visit to our state. Ethan Allen was a great admirer of France as a nation of law and progress. He wished that all Vermonters could speak French and promote French in Vermont to develop close economic and cultural ties with France. To continue our long and fruitful friendship and relationship, we welcome you to Vermont as a true Montgarde Vert. No, je vous donne I'm talking French. Now I will give you an opportunity to say a few words.
Madame le maire, monsieur le maire adjoint, mesdames et messieurs, c'est un grand bonheur pour moi, à mon arrivée sur cette terre de liberté, d'y recevoir les félicitations de mes compatriotes. J'aime partager avec vous les émotions que j'éprouve dans cet heureux pays américain auquel je suis attaché par tant de liens. Nous aussi, patriotes de 89, nous avons voulu établir la dignité, la prospérité, le bonheur de notre belle France sur les bases sacrées de la liberté et de l'égalité. Et malgré nos mécomptes et nos malheurs, les contemporains de cette époque, et notamment votre respectable président, vous diront que la révolution de 89 a grandement amélioré le sort de l'immense majorité du peuple. Puisse la France conserver avec soin ce qui lui reste des libertés publiques conquises par la Révolution. Mesdames et messieurs, it is a great happiness for me, on my arrival in this land of liberty, to receive the congratulations of my countrymen. I delight to participate with you the feelings which I experience in this happy American land to which I am bound by so many ties. We also, patriots of 1789, sought to establish the national dignity, the security of property, and happiness of our beautiful France upon the sacred foundations of rational liberty. Notwithstanding our misfortunes, the contemporaries of the epoch, and especially your most recent respectable president, will inform you that the revolution of 1789 has greatly ameliorated the condition of an immense majority of the people. May France carefully preserve what remains of the public freedoms won by the revolution. To the French residing in this fair town, I thank you for your congratulations on my safe arrival on this hospitable shore. On this land, the sight of which has excited in me the liveliest emotions, and in which country I am unable to take a step without awakening me some grateful recollection. What purer pleasure than to behold the principles for which we have all contended, both on the battlefield and in public assemblies, consecrated by the happiness of our whole nation. Truly, the free and spontaneous homage of this free and enlightened people is a striking lesson for the powerful of the earth. While regretting my inability to visit the different parts of the state of Vermont, I am particularly pleased to present today in Winooski, so well situated, where the sons of my contemporaries, all devoted to the United States, imbued with the same feeling of patriotism and republicanism, are, as I am, flattered to see Vermont holding a high rank among the United States Federation. Amidst the enjoyment with which my heart is filled in this happy country, I experience a great thrill in seeing myself welcomed by the French compatriots and the descendants of France who have found in this happy American land an asylum against persecutions of so many different natures, and all opposed by the true spirit of liberty. The affecting details of the friendly treatment they have received are so well expressed by all of you here assembled, and they are doubly dear to my heart. I participate in your hopes for the freedom of our country. This hope is well founded, these wishes will be fulfilled. Be calm, my good friends. Liberty is not yet lost for France, but rejoice with me, for we are with our good friends, the Americans. In the meanwhile, I am again happy in tendering to you this day the expression of my lively gratitude and tender affection, and I beg you, mesdames et messieurs, to accept my respectful thanks for your kind reception, which is all the more touching to me as it is presented by you, whose patriotic prayers and blessings have been so often associated with the greatest events of the revolution in this country, now almost 50 years ago. Merci.
Thank you, Marquis, for those wonderful words. Thank you for speaking so highly of Vermont, and thank you again for being here. Folks, I would like to thank the Alliance Française of the Lake Champlain region, as well as the Parmelo Foundation for sponsoring today's activities and events. Once again, you have helped us to celebrate the French heritage, so we're really very thankful for that. And now I would like to remind contestants in the waiter races to go down to the mill under the yellow tent where they are gathering so that the races can commence. And for anybody else, if you'd like to watch the waiter races, please also join down there. Thank you very much and continue to enjoy the day. Vive la France!
Somebody who was so impactful in the American Revolution. It's meaningful to have him come through Winooski. We're a smaller town that may not have been included in the original visit, but to show, that respect to us and that we respect that part of history and also still value the French heritage that contributes to what we are today, I think makes this an important event for us.
Definitely. And what is that significance of the French heritage here in Vermont? Why is that so important for us to remember?
I believe that French settlers were the sort of first arrivals to New America. Obviously, there were other peoples here already, the Abenaki. But a lot of what we see and know today comes from those original settlers. The St. Francis Church, the whole medical center, like the Allens. You know, we have a street named after Ethan Allen. So that was a big part of the founding history, and you still see it show up in a lot of our street names and families who are still here to this day who can trace their lineage back that far.
Can you describe what it's like for you to see all these different people from the Winooski community come out here and be here today?
It is really awesome. Like, there is a big piece of French heritage in our history, but we're such a diverse city nowadays. I mean, there were French settlers, right? And then Irish immigrants, Bosnians, Vietnamese, Congolese. Like, we've had so many different waves of folks coming here, and to see their heritages carry forward to this day and just like broaden what our community is made of is really exciting. And you can see that in the turnout today. You've got a lot of different people down here who will celebrate each other's history and culture, and that's something we really value here.
Absolutely, yeah. And what's been one of your favorite things that you've seen so far today?
Well, I just really enjoyed. I've never seen a historical reenactment or been a part of one like that before. And then I always love the food competitions here. We had some bread making. Years past, we've done tortilla, meat pie. That's always a really fun part. I love the food part of culture.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just that I'm really excited about the turnout today, and I hope we continue to see so many members of our community come down each year and to any event where we're celebrating the different identities of our community.
Hi, I'm portraying Governor Cornelius Van Ness, who was governor of Massachusetts governor of Vermont, in 1825, and escorted Lafayette all the way for the entire two days that he was here. My actual name is Peter Riley. This is my partner, Evelyn Pless, and we've been coordinating events in northern New England for the Lafayette Bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the tour. All told, there'll probably be about 65 events in the last year or so that we've had. Vermont has been tremendous. We're really impressed with the amount of interest and outcome we've had in Vermont. It's been fantastic.
I find it very interesting to see how the issues that Lafayette was so dedicated to are so relevant to our current day issues. It's quite amazing and inspiring to listen to Lafayette talk about his dedication to those values and issues.
Yeah, when a lot of times we the American Friends of Lafayette will talk about Lafayette being received like a rock star, and actually I believe Lafayette was being received more like a superhero, because Lafayette didn't have to put on a show. He just showed up. The community put on a show for him, and the way they spoke about him, they said, Lafayette, look at how far we've progressed in the last 50 years. Why have we progressed so far? It's because of the institutions of Republican government and democracy that have allowed us to achieve so much. And what do we attribute these institutions to? We attribute them to these veterans out here who fought for us, and to you and George Washington. And so it was just amazing. This will be Lafayette's last day in New England in his life. He'll go on a boat to on Lake Champlain down to New York, and we'll be saying goodbye to him forever in New England.